Here's the disclaimer. This is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice. Cryptocurrencies are risky. Do your due diligence and invest at your own risk. You can lose money.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Plunder. My name is J Tragic Jeffrey, and there will be no champagne sipping, crypto pumping. I can only give you the real. In the crypto world, today is November 11th, 2017, and I'm going to attempt to get this off as fast as possible. There's really not much to talk about. We know what's been going on in the markets for the most part, but let's validate why. Let's see. Of course, Bitcoin 400,000 says investing guru. Green news. We still will get to see Bitcoin go back up. Bitcoin rejects the 2 blocks. Dash is preparing to do so. Okay. Ethereum continues improvements amongst. Okay. That is a bit of gray news. Taming the power hungry blockchain beast. Clean energy. It's a sponsored. Regulations. Red news. Potentially, for me, it's gray because it just means, just like PayPal was not a valid payment transaction mechanism back in the day. Companies like PayPal fell to the wayside due to regulations, and of course, PayPal came through the ashes and became the number one way of handling transactions online. So we can expect some regulations to come in. It doesn't make it really red, but people fear this, especially in the decentralized community. So of course, this isn't going to always be great to see, but it's necessary. Let's see. I guess that's gray news here. Financial warns against ICOs. Red. No SegWit. I guess red. Red. About this whole SegWit. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Red. Gray. Can BitIndian become the PayTM of digital? I'm not going to worry about it quite yet because they're fudding out over there. Threat of cryptocurrencies will lead to introduction of state-backed digital. This is true. For Bitcoin, this is red news. Not important. Not important. Gray, maybe green, red. Let's see here. Highly inaccurate to describe Bitcoin as a bubble. That doesn't matter. Gray. Warn against Bitcoin. Tax scam. Red. So as you can see, there's pretty much a lot of gray, red, not a lot of green news. So red news, red day. All right, so let's look at this. Bitcoin's BTC dominance 52%, so it's fallen back into the normal realm of where it used to be before everybody was moving their coin over to Bitcoin itself to get to the fork and get some free coins. Now that those free coins are off the table for now, everybody's running to other currencies. Mainly, we see a big jump in Bitcoin Cash. There's a lot of people their fear of missing out, their FOMO of missing this Bitcoin Cash jump. We'll see whether or not it maintains this. I'm not so sure, but we'll see. As you can see, all the alts We just go through all the alts, all the green that you see, and then there's some red. But for the most part, it's almost, I want to say almost a little bit more than maybe 50-60% of the market is green, maybe 60%. So a lot of people are jumping into Bitcoin Cash right now. We'll see whether or not that stays this way. I'm not too concerned about it at the moment. I told y'all before, I am watching Bitcoin. So let's see the consumption. Consumption is still going up since the last time we looked at it. Consumption of the energy used to mine Bitcoin is still going up. So that still looks good. If we look at my asset playbook, you'll see that I have moved some currency over to get back into my trades. We will see what purchases actually happen. Not quite sure quite yet, but we'll see. So let's get into this right here. Bitcoin. Seasons of Bitcoin. I've been calling a potential dip around where these dips happen. 9th, the 7th, and here we are at the week of the 6th. And we have our official drop. We'll see how it ends, how the week ends, but I'm calling this now officially the drop that I said was going to happen is now happening. Will it bounce and get support to move over? We have had times where if it's not substantial enough, even if it is, we still see a December dip. So this time right here, these next 3 weeks, we'll see how things, this one substantial dip right here. So we had a substantial dip and then it went on a run. We had a minor dip here, so it needed to have a little bit more weeks to play out. So all the way to November 21st. This dip seems substantial enough that I believe it will begin to do its rebound starting next week. So when we have a dip in November, we then have our run through December. Dip in November, run all the way through December, even though we did have at the last week a little bit here. Even though it was a substantial dip here, we still had a little bit of dippage that happened here before the January dip, but it still closed up high. So from where the dip happens in November, we get a run up to get to new high of highs every single time. So I'm expecting December to have a substantial run up. Most likely the end, starting next week, we should begin to see the run up, and we will then begin to get to the close of potentially higher highs, unless some crazy news comes out to change what we've been consistently seeing as a pattern. So if the pattern holds, you know, those of you who've been watching the channel for the last month or so, I've been talking about this, talking about a November dip. The next major dip is in January. So if the pattern holds, this will go up to higher highs, and then we'll be waiting for the next January dip. So I am trying to get as much coin right now as possible, because I told you my main focus is Bitcoin, is the allocation of Bitcoin. So right now, this is the time to potentially start stocking up on your Bitcoin. Okay. East Coast Crypto Discord room is blowing up. The link is in the description below. Make sure that you join the group. Make sure you come see what's been going on. Free giveaways. East Coast Crypto's been giving away free Bitconnect. I'm getting ready to do another, I don't know if I'm going to do another YouTube channel or just another series. The series is going to be talking about specific coins, more on the lines of where we're going to get dividends from, He's slowly but surely been, I blame him for beginning to convert me on Bitconnect. I've actually made a deposit in there. I'm not talking about the actual coin itself. I'm really pushing it because I'm not allowed to pump coins on this video. This video series, I don't pump coins. So the only thing I talk about right now is Bitcoin because it is the main coin that all other alts can be purchased for. But I'm going to create a new series, potentially be on this channel. It might go on a separate channel. I'm not quite sure yet if I want to divide away from being it, having it with Toxic Hustle. But the next channel, I'll be talking about specific coins, about staking coins. To get into staking. I'm still working on the Value Trader's Guide to the Crypto Galaxy. I'm still working on that. Right now, I wish I had more time. I was thinking we were gonna have a few more weeks before the major jump in. Before I was thinking we were gonna get our stuff before the fork, and I could jump in there and then talk about the altcoins. But we've been jumping right into altcoins now because the fork is off the table. So it kind of threw a monkey wrench into what I wanted to, the time I had. So I will be working on the Value Trader's Guide. I've been working on projects for ECC. So it's just been hectic to get that done. East Coast Crypto. The link is in the description below to subscribe to his channel. Please subscribe to my channel. What we're going to be doing is getting as much information to you as possible, especially the Value Trader's Guide, to help you start picking these coins and just not running to the next one and running to the next one. As you can see, just stocking up on coins. If you look at my bags, just stocking up on coins, you're gonna and they take a dip on you, you're holding bags for a long time. You can end up holding bags for a very long time. So picking the right coins is extremely important. So that's what I'm trying to do, is to help you get better at picking the valuable coins and why I'm in those coins, not just jumping, from coin to coin to coin to coin just because. We got to remember 90% of all coins are going to do absolutely nothing. So choosing the best coins, choosing long-term programs that make sense and that they have first position, like they're the first company out there doing it. When they have first player position, that is extremely important. So not buying every single coin out there, just making sure you're buying the coins that are going to last 3 to 5 years. That they have something, they have a proven track record, or they have a platform that makes sense. Not everything makes sense in a decentralized crypto sphere. All right. Bitcoin is accepted here. There's projects that I've been working on, a lot of projects. I'm actually going to update the Toxic Hustle website in December, which we talked about, so that it'll be after the holiday, after Thanksgiving, because I'm waiting for the sales to get the software. And for the most part, it's important for you to understand where you're going to make your capital. Remember, this is a great time to start grabbing a little bit. This dip is a great time. It's a great time to start looking at maybe grabbing some now. I'm not saying put tens of thousands or thousands of dollars in it, but this rise, if the pattern holds, is going to get you some good profit margin going from here to just here. Then we see another dip, then we see another dip, then we see another dip. But notice these dips are as this consistently goes up. Now, I say that we can look at going maybe smaller scale run-ups, but as institutional investment starts coming in, especially if it comes in December, this is going to be a decent profit margin. Remember, institutional money is waiting for weakness like this. So we're seeing in December potentially this run up. So make sure that you're getting your Bitcoin businesses together, right? Your service, your products. What are your offerings? What are you doing to be able to start earning your Bitcoin for whenever that rise happens? And this way you can diversify into other programs and other products. Again, like I said, I'm going to be creating something that, creating either another channel or another video series that I'm specifically going to talk about taking your Bitcoin and being able to either A, stake it to earn more dividends on the stakes so that you can earn more Bitcoin, and or some higher risk assets that, if you're using this strategy of earning your Bitcoin outside of just trying to trade it, you could then put this into higher risk properties and then be able to, if you lose it, so what? You can do more work and get that money back. So that's the main thing that I want you all to start thinking about, is what is your business to gain your Bitcoin, so that you can get into higher risk assets and it not be something that you're fearing. All right. So I'm going to cut this today a little short. I don't want to spend too much time. I just wanted to tell you this was expected. This was expected, so don't freak out. We've been talking about this for weeks, if not months, that this happens all the time. Go back in my videos and I've been saying we're waiting for a November dip. Here's the November dip. We'll see if it plays out completely. I believe it is, and I believe it will. And then next week, depending on how far this drops down, if it drops down at least past 20-something%, I feel like that is the systematic drop points that we've been waiting on. And then you can start grabbing up a little, right? So I'm going to go ahead and cut this short. I want to thank you for subscribing to the channel. I want to thank you for spending time listening to some of the things that I can do to try to help. My goal is to try to help as much as possible, and I appreciate you allowing me to do so. So thank you very much again. Please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to East Coast Crypto's YouTube channel. Be sure to hit that notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I make my updates, because you see I don't do them on a daily basis, because I'm not just going to keep slamming you and pumping every single thing that happens day to day. There's a lot going on in the crypto verse, and I want to be able to make sure I give you the most amount of value for the time that you're spending. All right. I'll talk to you later. This is J Tragic Jeffrey for Crypto Plunder, and I thank you once again.